What is up, YouTube? So I'm heading over to Planet Fitness right now to go train some quads. Typically, today would be a leg day, but I'm switching up my split a little bit, and I'm going to be targeting quads and hamstrings separately now. The reasoning for this is that I normally hit hamstrings before quads, and then I do quads obviously after. And by that time, I'd be pretty fatigued, being that my hamstrings were already worked out. And then my quad training wouldn't be really fast. I'd still push as hard as I can, but my the intensity that I'm able to give to my quads definitely isn't as great, being that I'm tired from obviously doing hamstrings. So with that being said, I decided to switch up my split a little bit. So I'll be targeting them both on a different day. That way I can push them to the utmost of intensity. In terms of just analyzing my own body, I feel that my legs are definitely a weaker point for me. And I definitely want to obviously be mindful of that and notice that and be hard on myself in terms of growing my legs. So if I know that I could make a little switch so that I can train them harder and grow them more, then that means I got to make that switch. And I think this is going to be very beneficial. So we'll see how leg growth goes over the course of the next few months and see if it was a good switch or not. But yeah, so game plan for today is quads, and probably start off with some adductor and abductor like warm-ups on the machine. I probably won't film any of those, being that it's a warm-up, but the reason why I'm doing them is just to really kind of open everything up, get everything nice and warm and functional for my squatting movements. So after I do some of those warm-ups, as well as warm up my knees, I'll probably do some sort of a squat first on the Smith machine. And then after that, I'll probably do a bunch of leg extensions, because that's really the only two movements Planet Fitness has in terms of quads. Now, what I said was only two movements, and you might be thinking to yourself, oh, that's not really that much. But in terms of muscle growth and bodybuilding, I feel like simple honestly works. Just simple movements, simple exercises work. It's, again, not really about the quantity of exercises you do. It's more about the intensity that you put in. So this is where that saying quality over quantity really comes into play. Again, like, I could do 30 different leg exercises, and 30 different leg exercises sounds like a lot. But if my effort that I'm putting into those exercises is not very good, then the outcome of it won't really be that good. But if I'm only doing 2 exercises and only like 8 sets total, but I'm going ham on all 8 sets, then they're gonna fucking grow. It's all about the intensity that you put into it to really see the best outcome. But so that's really basically my game plan for quads. As well as hitting quads, I'll probably do some calves. They only have one calf press machine, but honestly, that's all you really need. I'm going to probably do 5 sets on there, as well as a little bit of abs and cardio. So that's basically my game plan for today's workout. Now, on the other side of legs, literally hamstrings, you're probably wondering, what day are you going to be doing hamstrings? And my answer to that is going to be at the end of a back day. So if you're familiar with my back day workouts, I like to start off with some rack pulls. Now, whenever I talk about rack pulls, I always say how they're a great addition instead of deadlifts, so that way you could really get the benefit of growing your upper back from them, like when you're at lockout, without working as much of your hamstrings as you would on a deadlift. But it is inevitable that you are going to target some hamstrings in a rack pull. I mean, it's almost impossible to completely not target them. But being that I am already targeting them a little bit on back, I might as well just train them after. So after I do all my back movements, I'll probably hop on the leg curl machine and do a few sets of leg curls to finish off the back day. So the new split will be chest and biceps on Monday, back and hamstrings on Tuesday, probably with a little bit of triceps as well. Then shoulders on Thursday, because I believe I take a rest day on Wednesday, and then arms on Friday, and then quads on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on my availability to go. So yeah, that's when I'll definitely do some hamstrings. And then you might be thinking to yourself, oh, you're only doing leg curls for hamstrings, and it's not just leg curls, it's the rack pulls in the beginning that's definitely going to be targeting the hamstrings as well. But with all that being said, I'm pulling up on the gym now. For pre-workout today, I am going to the gym pretty late right now. It's about 10 o'clock. So I'm not taking any sort of caffeinated pre-workout. I took a scoop of stim-free pre, and if you don't know what that is, it's just basically a bunch of pump products just put into a flavored pre-workout, and it has no caffeine. So if you want to get a pre-workout that isn't high in caffeine at all, like this one has no caffeine, definitely, and you still want to get the benefits of like pre-workouts in terms of the pump, definitely pick up a stim-free pre-workout. Couple brands that are pretty good are Gorilla Mode. I believe Hostile has a stim-free pre-workout. I think all companies do. But the one I'm running with right now is from a company called Hallow Labs. Honestly, it's not too popular of a company yet, but honestly, this pre-workout's pretty solid. It's got a decent amount of pump in there. And if you're interested in seeing the ingredients of it, just drop a comment down below, and I'll definitely show you in tomorrow's video. But with all that being said, I'm pulling up on the gym now, so I'll see you for the first work set of quads. Peace out. All right, what is going on, everybody? So I'm starting off my quad workout with some leg extensions. This is honestly a staple for me every time I train quads. I feel like moving right into a heavy press is a good option, but I really like to warm up my quads and really kind of almost prime them with some leg extensions just to get them a little bit pumped before any press. In terms of strength, my legs are definitely a little bit weaker, but in terms of bodybuilding, I don't really care about strength too much, and I'm really all about the pump. And in my opinion, starting with some leg extensions gets a lot of blood to your quads, and then it makes the mind-muscle connection on squats feel a lot better. So I talk about this more later in the car, but I feel like my squat is definitely a lagging point for me. So this is day one of a progressive overload on squats for me. So I'm going to be squatting every single quad workout for the rest of time, really, or until something maybe makes me want to switch, or there's a reason to switch. But this is day one of progressive overload. I'm just starting with one plate, and I did 2 sets of 20, just really high volume, not too heavy weight, just really trying to work on form, really trying to just make sure everything feels right on squats. And week by week, I'm going to be adding 10 pounds on the squat. So I believe this weight comes down to 115 on the Smith machine. So next week, it'll be 125, then 135, and just kind of progressing as we go on. I'm going to try to stick within the 20 rep range for as long as I can until obviously the weight gets too heavy. But I just feel like my squat is definitely subpar to all my other lifts. And I really want to work on growing it, getting it better. And I feel like 20 reps is a good way to really work on form during the set. I really want to try to sink the reps a little bit more and, just overall better myself on squats. So after squats, I moved right back into leg extensions. Pretty simple quad workout today. Nothing too crazy, just leg extensions, squats, and more leg extensions. After this set over here, I moved over into some calves. I unfortunately did not get any footage of that. And then after calves, I moved back over into some abs. Pretty simple workout, but I said this in the car right over here. Simple is effective and simple works. Honestly, it's really all about the quality of what you're doing, not the quantity. But that's really all for the leg workout. As you can see right here, I'm doing a bit of some self-spotted reps. I feel like doing partials is great, but getting that full extension, if you could still spot yourself, is very beneficial as well. So finding a balance between self-spotting and doing forced partials is a great way to really go past failure and force more blood to the muscle. Now I'm just doing a bit of a drop set here, doing more static holds at the top to just drive as much blood to the muscle as I possibly can. But that's really it for the quad workout. Again, simple and effective. But I will see you all back in the car for the post-workout talk. Peace out. Alrighty, what is up, YouTube? So I just wrapped up my quad, calf, and ab workout. All in all, it was a pretty solid workout. I probably explained this during the voiceover throughout the workout, but for squats, I'm going to be starting a little bit of a progressive overload for that specific lift. Just because I feel like every time I go heavy, my knee starts to bother me. So I kind of just want to start off at square one, just kind of build up from the ground, basically. So one plate I did today as like a starting weight. And each week I'm just going to slowly add weight onto it. I'm not in any rush. I just want to be able to build healthy. I feel like a lot of times people want like instant gratification. And in terms of bodybuilding, that is not the case. This sport is a marathon. It is not a sprint by any means. But that goes to be said not only with making progress, but with making progress, basically. Like, not only in making progress with how you look, but also with how you train. But I gotta start getting home. It is freaking late, and I still got a couple meals to eat. But basically, um, yeah, you gotta realize that progress isn't always how you look, and it's more like it's also like how you feel in a sense, like how strong you are, and in terms of like minor injuries, like healing them. But what was I saying? So in terms of my knee, it's been bothering me for a couple months now, and it goes in waves of pain. Some days it's pretty bad, some days it's all right. And I was warming up on squats today, and it definitely wasn't feeling too bad. I mean, it was feeling kind of meh. So I didn't want to go too heavy. Being that I didn't want to get injured, obviously. So with that being said, I kind of had made like an intuitive decision to just start a progressive overload. Squat is the one lift of mine that is subpar to everything else. I feel like, not to like, I guess in terms of grading my all my lifts, I feel like everything is pretty good. Everything's pretty equal in terms of strength, and everything kind of corresponds to each other in a sense. Everything sort of makes sense, and it's like pretty even, I guess you could say. I feel like I am pretty strong in terms of a deadlift compared to any of the other lifts, but squat is the one lift that's very subpar to all the other lifts that I have. So I'm going to treat it the way I trained every other of the lifts to make them a stronger lift for myself. And that's basically by progressive overloading. I feel like there were a lot of leg days where I just said, nah, I'm not going to squat. I'm going to do leg press. Now, is that bad? No, it's just what is bad about it, I guess you can say, is that my squat never got the chance to really grow to a certain point. I feel like it kind of just stayed the same. I mean, my legs definitely got bigger, they definitely got stronger, but in terms of a squat, they weren't really progressing too much because I trained them inconsistently, I guess you could say. So today was day one of progressive overload on squats. My plan for that is to basically work within a 20 rep range. And granted, that 20 reps is not going to stay 20 reps for long. I'm going to get to a point where maybe a couple months from now, I'm up to like 300 pounds. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that 300 pounds for 20 reps, but I want to slowly build it up. And I feel like 20 reps is a good amount of volume to really kind of learn mind muscle connection with my quads in terms of squat. And I'm not only doing this for knee health, but I'm also doing it to really condition myself to go deeper. I feel like there are a lot of times when I'm watching my squats and I'm saying to myself, like, I'm just barely hitting parallel. And I don't want to keep having an excuse in my head saying, oh, I just have stiff hips, or oh, I just have stiff ankles, like I don't want to hurt my lower back by going any lower. Like, I got to stop with those excuses, and because that's really what they are excuses. And I just have to take a couple steps back, analyze what I'm doing wrong, and kind of take the proper precautions and do the actions that need to be done to fix it in the future. So if you have an issue in terms of your bench press, you're realizing that, like, ah, shit, my butt's coming off the bench every single time I bench press, stuff like that you got to work on. It's only gonna get worse, and it can always progress into an injury. So you might as well stop the bad habits now and fix them, because again, it could just get worse. So squats, I'm pretty excited to see how they go in terms of the next few weeks. I feel like the 20 reps will definitely be doable to at least I'm up to 200 pounds. But by then, who knows, I might have a new rep standard that I give myself. But I definitely don't want to be pushing it past failure, especially with my knee bothering me. I kind of want to fix that shit up and then kind of rebuild from there and program squats a little bit better. Because I always think squat's a dope lift, and I feel like it's really cool when you can squat deep and squat a lot of weight, and I want to be able to do that. And the only thing stopping me from doing that is me. I got to stop with the excuses. Like I said, it's just I'm the one that's stopping myself. I just have to, go to square one and kill it. So that's basically my mindset for squats moving forward. I hope you all can take what I've said and maybe implement it into your training in terms of maybe squats or any other lift that you feel is incorrect and you need fixing. But it doesn't even have to be incorrect. It could be anything, But even anything in life, say you're I don't know, you're dieting. Like, yeah, you're hitting your caloric deficit, but it's filled with junk food. Like you're just eating junk food that's still within your caloric deficit. Maybe you try to clean up your diet in a sense and stay in the caloric deficit, because your progress will be more. Yes, you'll still be losing weight, but your progress will be more if you're eating more protein and nutrients. And you also feel better too. I hate eating junk food. I feel like crap after. I feel bloated and disgusting, but that's just me. Excuse me. But with all that being said, if you're still here watching the video, thank you for giving the video a full watch. Posting has been a little inconsistent the past couple of days in terms of just being pretty busy, but the full videos like this one will be coming back starting now. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this channel is doing. I've been really, really enjoying posting videos. Like, it's honestly a new hobby of mine, and I really have been enjoying it. And the fact that I wasn't able to the past couple weeks was kind of upsetting to me, just being super busy. But full videos are coming back now, so that's all I got. I got that to look forward to. But that's really all I got for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow for chest. Peace out.